The Warriors finished with the conference's number 3 seed despite Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green sharing only a combined 11 regular season minutes amid overlapping injuries. They dispatched the Denver Nuggets in 5 games in the first round only to meet a young and physical second-seeded Memphis Grizzlies team that pushed them to 6 games. Now they have just taken Game 1 against Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals, with both teams taking bumpy roads to get here. Today's video, we will talk about how the Warriors can win the Western Conference Finals. The Warriors' success rests mostly on Curry, Thompson, and Green, but the other additions could have a huge trickle-down effect. Mike Brown, who will be the head coach of the Sacramento Kings next season, offered experience, strong preparation, and defensive expertise in Kerr's absence. But Kerr provides unique offensive creativity and presence as the man who guided the team's previous 3 championship runs. Not only did the Warriors miss Iguodala's playoff experience and Porter's versatility, but they also became more vulnerable with fewer wing options. Looks like the Warriors may not have to worry about such issues against Dallas. In today's video, we will talk about the key things as to why the Warriors can beat the Mavs and advance to the finals. But before we begin, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more interesting NBA content. If you have any similar or different ideas about why the Golden State Warriors are going to beat Dallas, hit the comment section as I would love to hear your opinion. Let's keep rolling. After already facing Denver center Nikola Jokic and Memphis guard Ja Morant, the Warriors have experienced in handling a seemingly impossible defensive assignment. Expect the Warriors to throw multiple bodies at Doncic, both big, Green, Porter, Kevon Looney, and small, Thompson, Andrew Wiggins in the game ahead. Expect the Warriors to make Doncic work on defense against any of the Splash Brothers. Expect the Warriors to tolerate a Doncic outburst so long as no other Mavericks player experiences the same scoring high. That puts the onus on any combination of Jalen Brunson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Spencer Dinwiddie to relieve Doncic, as they have done occasionally during this postseason run. The Warriors trusted Wiggins to defend Doncic during the regular season, and it did not go well. Doncic scored 33 points on 22 shots over 92 possessions against Golden State's most athletic wing defender. Payton drew the second most minutes for the Warriors against Doncic, and he is unlikely to ever see the series. Thompson would have taken the assignment in years past, but it would be a stunning development if he could hold up against Doncic in this post-injury stage of his career. The same goes for Andre Iguodala, whose neck injury has kept him from the floor for the past 7 games. Porter has his 7'1" wingspan is an option, but he missed Game 6 against the Grizzlies with a foot injury and is day-to-day entering the series. Doncic also scored 15 points on 6 of 6 shooting in 16 possessions against Porter this season. That leaves Green, the former Defensive Player of the Year, who guarded Doncic for 80 seconds this year. The Warriors saw third-year guard Jordan Poole blossom in 3 playoff starts against Denver and serve as a key reserve against Memphis, only to flame out in the final games in each series. The Warriors played rookie Jonathan Kuminga double-digit minutes in 3 games against Memphis before limiting his playing time the rest of the series. Despite Iguodala and Porter becoming hobbled by injuries, all of those players will have opportunities to develop into the X-factor against Dallas. Because of the uncertainty of those moving parts, though, the Warriors may need their stars to produce more efficiently than they did against Memphis. Curry, Thompson, and Green all showed their greatness, particularly in a decisive Game 6, but they also labored through off-shooting nights and sloppy turnovers. Klay Thompson has experienced plenty of challenges since scoring 41 points in Game 6 of the 2016 Western Conference Finals against Oklahoma City, or since posting 27 points in a closeout Game 6 win against the Houston Rockets in the 2019 Conference Finals. And though he had 30 points against the Toronto Raptors in Game 6 of the 2019 NBA Finals, Thompson's night ended with both a final loss and an ACL injury that sidelined him for the 2019-2020 season. It appeared Thompson would have one of his vintage Game 6 performances as soon as the opening tip of the game. He drilled 3 three-pointers in the opening minutes and efficiently delivered on numerous catch-and-shoot opportunities, dribble handoffs, and pick-and-rolls. The Warriors' success does not rest on how well they blend their championship-tested players with young prospects. It also depends on a player that made his first All-Star appearance this season by complimenting everyone around him. Andrew Wiggins scored 10 of his 18 points in the fourth quarter versus the Grizzlies in Game 6, while Looney played a huge part in neutralizing the Grizzlies' side advantage. Wiggins made sure the work did not just fall on the big man, he also mixed defensive assignments on the Grizzlies' backcourt. Jones, Desmond Bane, and frontcourt Jaren Jackson Jr. It's going to be an incredibly interesting matchup between the Warriors and the Mavericks in Game 2 and beyond, but the Warriors just cruised through Game 1. While it's basically impossible to fully stop Luka Doncic at this point, it's going to be very crucial to see how Draymond Green can handle him. Doncic's play both gives the Mavericks confidence and is also the head of the engine for the team. Stephen Curry leads all playoff scorers with an average of 9.4 points per fourth quarter, minimum 4 played, and his 41 points in the clutch is second only to Ja Morant. 42. Opponents are shooting 39.3% on attempts he defends, and he even has a couple of critical stops in crunch time. The attention he draws is the foundation of the offense, opening doors for big games from Jordan Poole and Klay Thompson. He scored at least 30 points in 5 of the 11 playoff games, and at least 27 in 3 others. That's the level Curry has reached. He's averaging 26.9 points and has been clutch throughout. But there is still room for a turn-up as, save for a few flurries, we haven't seen him flame a foe yet. Not in the way that keeps defenders up all night. One of the reasons Curry has been so effective down the stretch is the Warriors put the ball in his hands. Curry uses about 28% of the Warriors' plays in the first 3 quarters of the game, but in the fourth quarter, his usage rate jumps to 40.4%. The Warriors, after 3 quarters of emphasizing ball movement and passing, focus more on getting Curry into pick-and-roll settings or hunting matchups. Against Memphis, they targeted the Grizzlies' bigs, Jackson, Adams, and Brandon Clark. Against Denver, it was Nikola Jokic. The Warriors don't like to pull out the targeted offense until they need to, and when they have, Curry has delivered. This is probably why Kidd will do everything to take the element away from Game 2. This probably underscores the need for Curry to get rolling earlier and make more of his open looks when he does get them. The Warriors tend not to need fourth quarter takeovers when he does. Even if they chase Curry off the three-point line, as Denver and Memphis focused on doing, the Mavericks have much less of a backline threat. Dallas' 2.5 blocks per game average ranks 15th of the 16 playoff teams. Memphis was third with 6.1. Dallas doesn't have a Jackson figure for Curry to be worried about when he drives. The Mavericks also aren't as long and athletic as Memphis, but they do play sound fundamental defense and are pretty stout on the perimeter with Dorian Finney-Smith and Reggie Bullock. We know the Warriors are going to run their offense and try to take advantage of how Kidd will sell out to stop Curry. That means the series, at least the early part, will be dictated by how well Thompson, Poole, and Andrew Wiggins make the Mavericks play, but the Warriors' chance of advancing will be determined by Curry. Whether that's continuing the ball out in fourth quarters or balling out in a way that renders fourth quarters moot, beating Dallas 4 times will, at some point likely require both from Curry. Warriors have a proven team and a championship mentality, having won 3 titles in the past 7 years. 2 more matchups and make it 4. And what do you guys think? Do the Golden State Warriors have all it takes to win? Can they lock up Luka and the Mavs? I would love to hear your opinion, so please let me know what you think in the comments.